everyone, I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings, and we are going to do the Pisces Weekly Tarotscope. This will be for July 8th through the 15th. So, how's it going? Alright, we're going to get some oracle cards and see what the strongest energy for the week is. And then we'll go into further detail for you. Every time I see this card, it's the door to spirit. It reminds me of that little kid. I see dead people. Oh, that's really morbid. Yeah, sorry. Oh, where are you going? Wow. Oh, I really like this. Okay, so you do have man holding the heart as your overall energy. That could be that you have somebody coming towards you, offering you their love. That could be that you're connecting with somebody that's flirty. But this could also be that that you're opening yourself up to a relationship more. Or you're waiting for a relationship offer. Now we also have doorway to spirit, and we have walking away, and then we have the victory card. God, it almost looks like she's walking towards that energy. This is healing something. This is overcoming something. Let's see what this is. It could be that somebody's offering you a relationship and you're deciding not to accept it. That you are going towards something bigger and better. It could be that you're deciding to focus on your own healing, on your own personal path, on your own success. But I feel like overall it's something very healing. It's like healing something very difficult. Being able to let go of in essence, really just kind of being able to let go of worrying about anything. You know, the door to spirit card represents just kind of like letting go and trusting in the universe and knowing that, you know, you've done enough work, that you've made enough effort, that, you know, trusting that you're on the right path and just kind of saying, okay, I'm like surrendering. And in doing that, it brings you success in whatever situation like you've been really struggling with. It's that giving it to God kind of energy. And that is opening you up possibly to a relationship coming towards you. Or it's opening you up to more emotional fulfillment. Wow. Okay, so you have this Eight of Swords clarifying this man holding the heart. What this is saying to me is that there has been some kind of restriction around emotional fulfillment coming towards you, or having emotional fulfillment in your life. There is some kind of restricted belief system, or you've just felt very blocked off when it comes to having emotional fulfillment in your life. You could be feeling blocked off to a specific relationship, to, you know, having a relationship in general. But we have the King of Wands and we have the Door to Spirit card. I kind of feel like, especially having this Five of Cups and the Chariot card, the Five of Cups is the card of having regrets, of being in this place of looking at, you know, looking at things that you've lost, or kind of feeling, you know, just disappointed with things that have happened. But it's almost like you're taking that and you're changing your perspective of it, and you're letting it, you're shifting that energy to push you forward, to be more determined, to have something more fulfilling. I do feel with the Hierophant and the Walking Away card, this is leaving behind, I feel in general it's seeing a different perspective. It's, again, with the Ten of Cups, it's the desire to have more emotional fulfillment. And so it's stepping away from tradition. And tradition doesn't have to mean like family tradition or your, you know, religious tradition or anything like that. It's just walking away from a traditional perception or a routine that you have had like in your life every single day. You're seeing that this routine maybe has been exactly what has been preventing you from having this relationship. You're seeing this. The Hierophant is tradition. It's something that's been in your life for a long time. So it could very well just be a perception that you've had of yourself, of a perception that you've had of relationships. It's probably a perception that has been very restrictive, and it's a perception that has either made you feel that it made you feel very closed off to relationships in general, or to emotional fulfillment in general. And I feel, let me see, I'm sorry. Like, la, 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 la. Let me see specifically what the Eight of Swords is. The Ace of Swords is the card of clarity. It's seeing something from a higher perspective. So, you know, a lot of times when you are in like very, you know, heavy energies, or very, you know, in just a very negative place, or in a very stressful place, it's really, you're only seeing like the conflict of what's right in front of your face. And sometimes if you can like pull yourself up and see like a higher perspective of it, you know, it makes more sense. So I think to some extent that's just seeing a new perspective of it overall, just having that different enlightenment. And the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles to me is really being able to see your value and to see your worth, and also seeing, you know, if you've been looking back and having like that energy of feeling some kind of regret over things that have happened in the past, the Eight of Pentacles is about being able to look back and see the good that has actually come, you know, that there's actually been a lot of good, being able to look at it and see how much you've grown, to see, you know, how much you've accomplished, like being in that energy of being really proud of yourself. It's also going from an energy of seeing that you don't have the opportunity to take the actions necessary, shifting that to realizing that you have all the control over everything that you're bringing into your life. It's really kind of just shifting and seeing your value more, in all honesty. honestly, I feel like this is very personal, but I do feel that this is, you know, centered around a relationship. And we'll get further into that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I got excited. It's a really positive energy. It's really good. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. We're gonna see what your energy coming into the week is. Oh, I love it. Oh, God, this is amazing. Yeah. Okay, the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles. This is being in that enlightenment place. This is really seeing things very clearly. This is also being in this very joyful place. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody who works very hard towards something. I'm sorry. It might be a very slow-moving energy, but the Knight of Pentacles is, you know, very methodical in what he does. And in this process of being very slow-moving, he's accomplishing a lot. And then we have the Judgment card, which is, again, it's that energy of just surrendering. And I think that's to some extent, you're seeing what you have control over, and you're seeing the things that you don't have control over, and you're surrendering it. I also feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, you're really, again, seeing a lot of value in yourself. Even if you've had a situation that has been very slow going, that maybe you haven't seen a lot of forward movement in it. Like, for example, if you have been in a connection with somebody and it's been like very, very slow moving, or there's been no movement in it, I think that you're seeing that there's a lot more value to that than you thought, or you're seeing the lesson in it. You're seeing the blessing in things that have gone slow for you to some extent, if that makes sense. Yeah. Give me one more on the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I really think you're changing your perception on something. Like maybe even being in that place of feeling like something has not, like you're not in the place that you want to be. Like you're not where you want to be, but then all of a sudden looking back and going, wow, I really am in a good place. Like that type of energy. Okay, so let's see. I really like that. See what's coming towards you this week. You have the Queen of Wands. I love it. Okay, you do have the Queen of Wands, which is, again, that very, like, inspired energy, that feeling the spark, feeling this desire to go after something, feeling this passion, but also feeling very confident in yourself, also kind of being in your place of power. And this Queen of Wands, and, you know, it really seems like somebody who's done a lot of, like, spiritual healing, somebody who's really getting in touch with their intuition. So this could be that you're really deciding to just kind of go with it and follow your intuition this week. You do have the Page of Cups, which is that very dreamy energy. That is that energy of kind of being in your head. I think you're seeing more possibilities for yourself. You're seeing more opportunity for, like more opportunity in relationships, more opportunities moving forward. The Four of Cups is kind of that boredom card. Let me get one more on this. Wow, you're in that very Piscean energy this week. I do think, okay, with this clouds card, I just think that you're just really tapping in, you're really just gaining a lot of clarity this week, especially with this clouds card. It's like you're really in this place. The more you're kind of tapping into your intuition, the more you're trusting your intuition, the more you're being kind of enlightened and seeing a new perspective on like everything. And so I think to some extent with the Fish card and the Page of Cups, again, both very, very Pisces card, I think it's almost like you're really kind of embracing this new energy. And so you're really kind of just really getting in that dreamy place. Just like completely tapping into a new energy. Or just tapping into yourself more. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry. And you're changing a traditional perception of something. You're becoming more enlightened to something. I think usually this Four of Cups is not seeing what's being offered to you, but I feel like this is more of, because red is that very physical energy. You're no longer kind of accepting what you're more tapping into your intuition. You're no longer accepting like what is, being presented to you at face value. Yeah. You're just getting into that place where you're relying on your intuition. You're not even paying attention what people are saying to you right now. You're not paying attention to what other people are offering you. You're just really tapping into you. And so it could be that somebody is offering you a relationship of some sort this week and you're not really acknowledging it. But I think it's more that you're wanting to just really kind of go with your intuition. All right, what else do we have? Yeah. Okay, you do have the Lover's card as your overall energy, so that does represent stepping, that does represent, it's more than this type of relationship, I'll tell you that. This is a very strong soulmate connection. So this is, a connection with somebody that is on all levels. It's a spiritual connection, it's a physical connection, it's a mental connection. It's supportive energy, it's very spiritual, it's very uplifting, it brings a lot of growth. This is more of kind of like the beginning stage, this is more of a more playful type of relationship, a more not so serious type of relationship. So maybe that's what you're walking away from. Again, you're focused on having more emotional fulfillment. So with the Strength card and the Devil card and the Ten of Swords again, this is like, to some extent, the Strength card again is seeing a different perspective. It's also seeing, again, there's that Four of Cups. It's not accepting the physical aspect, what's physically being presented to you. It's not, oh God, how do I explain it? It's definitely, again, like shifting perceptions from a more traditional view to a more spiritual, not necessarily spiritual, but more personal. It's seeing where it's letting go of anything that has been toxic. Also, it's letting go of anything that has been blocking you. So again, it's letting go. It's seeing what this devil energy has been. It's seeing what the blockage has been, and it's shifting that into something positive, and it's bringing you this. This is what you're focused on. This is what you're stepping into. Okay. Can we get more on this? Eight of Cups, yeah. Wow. Eight of Cups, Two of Swords. Yep. Damn. I like this. Woo. Yeah. Okay. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Emotional fulfillment. So this could be a relationship that you already are in, but this could be kind of being enlightened to certain aspects of it, being enlightened to aspects in this relationship that have not brought emotional fulfillment. So regardless, this is Eight of Cups and Two of Swords. You're walking away. You're seeing a new perspective. You're walking towards something, again, that's going to give you more emotional fulfillment. I do feel that with the Two of Swords and the King of Wands, again, that's being in that energy of not accepting what is being presented to you at face value. This is trusting in your instincts. This is going inwards, especially with this Four of Swords. This is like gaining your energy back, you know, standing your ground, focused on yourself, knowing what your value is, knowing what your worth is, and this is moving towards something that's going to give you more stability, something that's going to give you more emotional fulfillment. And the Hierophant, again, I feel like you're walking away from a traditional perception or a traditional way of doing things. It could be something very, very simple. It could be that it could be something stupid that you used to see relationships as the person has to the person has to always say good morning and they have to always say good night. And if I don't get that, then I'm not going to be happy. It could be like letting go of a simple perception like that. And by letting go of that, you're stepping into more emotional fulfillment. But I think overall, the energy that you're in right now this week is more about being in this place where you're consistently gaining newer and newer perspectives. And so you're really kind of shutting back and really focused on trusting your intuition. It's a really powerful energy, by the way. You have the Sun twice. You have judgment, you have success, you have healing, you have a passionate relationship. It's good. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm sending you guys much, much love. Have an amazing week. Bye-bye.